Okay, for this one we're going to be looking at margin, but we're going to be looking at various applications of margin and how we can use it in the systems and equations that we have. So the very first thing we know is that the margin, if we look at our chart, we have the selling price, and the selling price is made up of the buying cost plus the margin. So the margin is the same as the selling price minus the buying cost, or the selling price is made up of the margin plus the buying cost. So let's go ahead and look at the very first equation. Moza Camping Store sells a tent for $229. Okay, this is my selling price. The cost of each tent is $115. Okay, so this is my buying cost. So in order to find the margin, we need to take the selling price, $229, and subtract the buying cost, which is $115. So we turn on our calculator. We get 229 minus 115 is 114 dirhams. Okay, second one, just the same as the first. Electroshop buys CDs for 12 dirhams. Okay, so this is my buying cost. And sells them for 25. So this is my selling price. What is the margin? So 25 minus 12 is 13 dirhams margin. So these were both pretty easy. Let's try one that's a little more complicated. Lulu Store buys 2 types of graphing calculators. Okay, so we're going to make a table. We've got 2 different things going on. We've got XP1 and we've got EP1. Okay, model XP1 costs 55, buying cost, and sells for 89.50, selling price. Model EP1 costs, okay, buying cost, 91, and sells for 128, selling price. The additional cost is 22% of the buying cost. Now, 22% of the buying cost. Okay, so let's write down what we need. We need buying cost, we need selling price, we need additional cost. EP1, buying cost, selling price, additional cost. Okay, so the buying cost was easy. For XP1, it was 55. For EP1, it was 91. The selling price, also given to us. Selling price here was 89.50, and here was 128. Now, the additional cost is a little bit more complicated. It's 22% of the buying cost. So to do additional cost, we have to do 22% times, and in this case, 55. Okay, so let's put this in our calculator. 22% times 55 is, hit our SD, 1210. Okay, and this one, we're going to do 22%, but this time it'll be of 91. So 22% times 91 gives us 20.02. Okay, so let's start answering the questions. The margin. Okay, so to figure out the margin, we have to take the selling price. The selling price is 89.50 and subtract the buying cost. So that's 55. So 89.50 minus 55 gives us a margin of 34.50. Okay, the margin here is going to be 128 minus 91. 128 minus 91 gives me a margin of 37. Okay, additional cost we already found in our calculations. So in order to figure out the profit, the margin is made up of the additional costs plus the unit profit. So therefore, we just subtract the two to find the unit profit. So the unit profit is 34.50 minus my additional cost, which is 12.10. Okay, 34.50 minus 12.10 is 22 dirhams and 40 fils. Okay, the unit profit here is the margin, 37, minus the additional cost, 20.02. So 37 minus 20.02 is a unit profit of 16.98. So this was a little bit more complicated than the last one, but you can still see how we use margin in various ways in order to answer questions.